So yeah, I've actually just reached the hotel. So I'm just parked up downstairs. So whenever you're free, feel free to pop down. I'm really excited today because I'm meeting one of my most favourite people on the internet who I've never met before. Some say he is the Crocodile Dundee of IT security. Others say he comes from a land down under. All we know is it's Troy Hunt!
Oh man, that was an awesome intro. I should come here more often.
So I'm here with Troy Hunt in London, the capital of the world when it comes to privacy. Not a single CCTV camera to be seen here, where individual rights to privacy are fully respected by individuals and the government. Troy, what are your thoughts on privacy?
3 cameras, 4 cameras, 5 cameras. There's 2 cameras literally right next to each other on that building just there. They're everywhere here, aren't they? Which has got me curious what they're looking for. Look, I guess the camera thing, it's one thing to be on camera, and the other interesting thing now, of course, is the facial recognition aspect of it. So I'm sort of more concerned about my very movements being tracked by the ability to facially recognize me, match that back to a database, and then go, okay, this is everywhere he's been, than I am about the fact that there's just always been cameras in London, right? So, but the problem is, and the struggle I have lately is that I'm recognizing perhaps more and more how valuable this stuff is to actually combating the sorts of stuff that we really don't want to see happen in the world. We don't want people going around blowing stuff up or planning evil acts, and I maybe I'm just becoming a little bit sympathetic to to law enforcement, but I just get very uncomfortable when I see this sort of mass collection of data, which of course is what we all got so upset about a couple of years ago. So I'm pragmatic enough, but I'm still concerned.
So what's the difference between privacy and anonymity? I'll tell you the answer, but I want Troy to answer this one for you.
I think it's really a question on what it is that you're trying to keep secret. Are you trying to keep the communication secret, or are you trying to keep the fact that you are communicating with somewhere secret? For me, I want privacy when I pay for my shopping and I give them my credit card details and my credentials. I don't care too much about my anonymity when I do that. If I was, let's say, a free speech proponent in some parts of the world where my activity on certain websites might get me into a bunch of hot water, I would probably want both. I'd want anonymity and privacy. So I'd want to be able to go to a website and have a discussion there without those who control the network knowing that that's where I went. So that is the way that I look at it.
Troy is a lot taller than what he looks on his Twitter profile.
This is anonymity.
Right, what do you think about Tor as a tool for anonymity or privacy?
Do you say tall or tall?
Tor.
Tor.
T-O-R, Tor.
As a tool for anonymity. So, this is the thing. It's very much the premise for what it's there for. But I think some people kind of lose track of the fact that it's not foolproof either. And we've seen exploits in the past, particularly some of the Carnegie Mellon stuff recently, where they owned enough of the exit nodes to actually be able to start de-anonymizing traffic. That even in the case of something that should be very anonymous, there are still viable exploits against it. So, this is where people might want to be looking at Tor and a VPN together if they're really worried about the anonymity or the privacy rather of what it is they're doing. Yeah, look, it's certainly a very good thing, but it's again understanding why you're doing it too. And one thing here, so people will use Tor when what they really want is the privacy of content, so such as they're performing some online transaction, without realizing that's not going to give them privacy per se. You can still have an unencrypted transport layer that goes through Tor, and then you're entrusting everything to your exit node. So it's trying to use the right tool for the right job and understanding where the strengths of each one actually lie.
Cool. So you mentioned VPN in there. What are your thoughts on VPN and when should people be using it?
So, I mean, in terms of VPN as a means of privacy, it's a big step forward. I use VPNs personally every time I'm in an environment, such as a hotel, where I don't trust the network, which is great. And that's going to get me privacy between my device and whatever exit node the VPN has. Of course, what people need to remember is that once you go out through that VPN exit node, then your traffic is subject to whatever risks it had before. So, is it HTTP only traffic? Well, yes. Well, then your VPN provider can see that. Everything upstream, the VPN provider can see that. Is it HTTPS? Well, great. Now you get the best of both worlds. So, yeah, VPN's very good for privacy under the right circumstances, but not necessarily always anonymity, and not necessarily always protecting everything within the transport layer, because it's going to depend on what other nodes the unencrypted traffic goes through. Where were we?
It's been great hanging out with you, Troy, today. It's been great finding out about all this stuff, and hopefully you've enjoyed seeing wonderful London.
It's been cool, cold, freezing. Yes, great. Nice.
So the main takeaway is that, I suppose that stuff's different. I mean, different technologies are for different things, and you should be wary of what the outcome is that you're looking for. But before you go, we're in London. What do you think of the European cookie law?
What the f*** are you guys doing with your fucking cookies? Seriously? You go to a page and you say, oh, there's cookies, what should I do? Should I bail out? Should I be worried? That's all. You guys are losing your minds. No, just stop it. You're only encouraging them.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's comedic video.